Hello IPXers, Embedded World 2025. We are here with Robin from Nordic Semiconductor, who's going to introduce to us to the concept of Bluetooth channel sounding. Robin, what is Bluetooth channel sounding?
So Bluetooth channel sounding is a new way of estimating distance using only the normal Bluetooth LE communication signals. So it doesn't add any new hardware to your system, it just uses the physical properties of a Bluetooth signal that is sent back and forth between two Bluetooth devices.
Right, so it's the normal infrastructure that you would be dealing with, and it just sits on top of that, and then it does this channel sounding.
Yep.
So tell us where you would apply that and the advantages of doing it the way that you do it.
So basically the way you would apply it, we expect, so there's multiple strategies what you can do here. For example, here we are showing channel sounding between two embedded devices, so we're just using our standard development kits. What we expect to happen in the near future is that cellular phones will start implementing Bluetooth 6.0 specification hardware into their Bluetooth chips, and they will adopt this technology into the APIs of the OSs. So the algorithm that actually calculates the distance out from the Bluetooth properties, the properties of the signals, will be a part of Android and iOS in the future. And that will mean that any Bluetooth application that uses hardware that's compatible with Bluetooth 6.0 specification with the optional feature of channel sounding can add this on top of whatever else they're doing as an added feature.
Right. So in a real case example, what you expect one of these to be is a mobile phone.
I expect one of them to be a mobile phone, and then I expect one of them to be anything else, literally anything.
Literally anything else. Yeah.
So for example, your door lock at your home.
Yep.
Let's say that you are approaching your door. With a normal Bluetooth connection, you could have the door unlocked just when it's near enough to be connected. But that is up to many meters, and you can imagine a state where you are in your garden, for example, and someone just like sneaks into your house behind your back.
Yeah, because it will have already opened because you're in the vicinity.
Yeah, because you're close enough to have Bluetooth connection.
Yep.
With Bluetooth channel sounding, you can say that don't open the door until I'm 1 meter away from it.
Yeah.
And then it's a different ball game for security, and you can use your phone as a key securely without ever like actually taking your phone out of your pocket.
Okay, and what other examples for the community can you think of? I understand the door lock example, so you've got your phone, you come to the device, and you're limited, so it's not just because it's Bluetooth, which could be anywhere and everywhere. You're saying it's within that 1 meter. So what other type of applications do you think can you see where that would work and be of an advantage?
Well, one other example is, for example, these asset tracker tags. You know, the Air tags, the Samsung Smart Things, the Google Find My devices.
Yeah.
All of these have like a very rough estimate. So they show you like within a few hundred meters where they have been the last time. Some of them also include ultra-wideband chips, so the Apple AirTags, for example. They have an ultra-wideband chip that actually lets you know about the distance when you are within the vicinity of it. So what we think here is that you can use this channel sounding instead of that ultra-wideband chip to, without adding extra hardware, which costs money, and without having the added current consumption of this ultra-wideband chip, actually give the same like hot and cold locationing. So if you're moving away from the item you're looking for, it gets colder. If you're moving closer, it gets hotter, and it can show you that, for example, on the phone.
There must be a Goldilocks line in there somewhere, mustn't there, when you're talking about this technology?
Yeah.
But anyway, so infrastructure. So the big key thing about this is you've talked about the same infrastructure that you already have.
Yep. One
of them you'd hope to be a phone, and then you've got a device that would come in, and you're talking about a meter rather than a big area, and then you're talking about ultra wideband, then you're using exactly the same infrastructure, so there's no extra chip, there's no extra device, so you're basically using what you've already got. So could you just go now into the detail how that actually works, so our community and design engineers watching this video can understand what's actually going on? What is the concept of channel sounding? What's actually going on?
Okay, so the technical concept is actually two technical concepts. So what we're showing here is just one of them, which is phase-based ranging. So what it does, it sends a Bluetooth signal from this kit, well, actually it's from this kit to this kit. This kit takes the same signal and sends it back.
Yep.
When the signal leaves the first kit, it has a phase. When it comes back, its phase will have shifted according to how far the signal has traveled. And if you do this over multiple different frequencies, because since the phase goes round and round, it comes back every few centimeters, right?
Yep.
But if you look at, here we're looking at 72 different frequencies. So when you interpolate between all those different frequencies, you can say we're certain that this is 1 meter.
Right.
Because of all of these have lined up the way they would at 1 meter. All of the
Right.
phases are the same as they would be at 1 meter.
So it's doing its communicating anyway with all the things that it's communicating with.
Yep.
So it's already using what it's already what it's already doing. So it's taking those 72 channels, and then it's saying, and it's taking it can be certain of that 1 meter distance because of what all those 72 channels are telling it at any given time,
Yeah.
which is why you're able to do it on one platform, not using anything else that's already in the system, and not adding any other silicon to do that job. Is that, in summary, what is going on?
Yeah.
Very good.
It's not using the Bluetooth signals that it's using for other communication, though. It does this in addition. So it sends its own channel sounding packets, but it does it on the same frequency and the same technology.
Very good. Thank you very much. Excellent.